Hey yo everyone, it's me Courius, if you didn't know. I know there are many Roblox GFX tutorials in YouTube, but I feel like none of them have it all together in one video, like in an easy one. But they always lack of one detail that I have to find in another video, and I know that's a bit complicated. For the years I've learned how to do it all in my process, so I thought maybe I can show you my process. I'm not saying my tutorial is the perfect one, not at all. But maybe you'll learn something new today if you didn't know, and yeah, let's try to make it easy. First up, open Roblox Studio. Okay, once you're here, you can delete this if you want. Now what you want to do is to import your avatar. So for that we'll need a plugin called Load Character Light. If you do not have it already, you can easily go to the toolbox and filter by plugins and just search up Low Character Light. It should be the first one to pop up. You just click it and install it and you'll have it here. By the way, if you do not see this toolbox option or explorer or properties, so if you do not see them, you can go to view and click the windows you want them to show up. In my case, this free. Now once you install the plugin, you should go to plugins and you should find it in this bar. Mine's here, and this window should pop up. Here you'll type in your Roblox username or the user of the person you want the GFX to be about. Don't worry if your avatar is not here, this is just a bug or whatever. Make sure to click this option over here so it'll spawn in the middle, and do not spawn it on R15, do it in R6. Well, actually I typed my username wrong, so that's why it wasn't showing up. You'll see it here, right? You can leave it here, it doesn't matter, but if you want it to be in the middle, you just go to the Explorer and click the avatar, and here in properties, you'll have this one that says position, and instead of 0, 1, 0, you'll just put 0, 3, and now it's in the center of the map. By the way, this is going to be a really easy GFX tutorial, so if you want an advanced one, just tell me, and if you have any doubts, you can just tell me in the comments. In another tutorial, I'll be showing you how to add more accessories if you want to. So we need to export this, and we'll go to our avatar again, which is right click, export selection, and we just save it in our computer. Make sure to make a folder so it is much easier to find everything. I usually name it the same, it doesn't matter. Now you just click this arrow over here and you want to export the accessories. In my case, this is the only one that I have, so you just do the same, export selection, and in the same folder you can just say accessory. Now I will not be having a background in this video, but in case you want it, you just go to the toolbox in models and just search whatever you want. I don't know, if you want to have a cafeteria, you just click and you have this, and you just have to do exactly the same as before. Click the model, right click, export selection, and just save it. Now we'll go to Blender. If you do not have Blender, you just go to Google and just search up Blender. You go to their official page and just click download. Now download it depending on your case. In my case, it's just going to be to Windows. After this is installed, you just click it and follow the instructions. It is all really detailed. You just click next, 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 continue, accept, and whatever. And now you'll have Blender. And as in any other program in your computer, you just search up for Blender and you'll see it. And you open it. So this is the first thing you'll see when you open up Blender. You have this block over here, you just click it, press X and delete, and that's all. So there are many ways you can move through Blender right now, to see your object, but I do like to use this free view mode. You can just go like that. And I'll show you guys how to do it, because I know many tutorials don't show you this. So you just go to edit and preferences, you go to key map, and you search up here view navigation. Well, it should pop up like that, and here I have, you'll have this, right? So here you just click and you have to press a key in your keyboard. I'm gonna press Shift plus F, and make sure to have this auto save preferences, and that's it. You just close that, and now if you press Shift and F, you just move around like when you play Roblox, with WSAD, and you move around the camera with the mouse. And if you want to stop, you just click, and that's how it goes. Hopefully you understood that. Yeah, now it's time to import our character. we'll have to go to Google again. Okay, so usually tutorials show you rigs that you can download, and you just download and open them in Blender, and that's it. But I have this kind of add-on or plugin for Blender that is really useful. You just need to look out for starter rigs, and it should be the first one. Now you have this, right? So you just go here and put, I mean, you can donate to the person who made this. I would do it if I could, but I don't know, he totally deserves it. Like, this is a lifesaver for everything. So you just can click 0 and I want this, and you just continue with the steps that it shows, and you should be able to download it, and you'll have a compressed kind of folder. Well, actually I just did it again so you guys can see. So he offers these two things, the plugin that we are going to use, and this folder with HD faces that you should download too, just in case. So you download it and you should have something like this, and that's all. Actually no, that's not all you have to do. Now you go to Blender to edit preferences. Here in, well, yeah, so you go to add-ons, and here in install, and here in the install bottom you just have to find your zip file that you just downloaded. It should be somewhere here. Yeah, so here, and make sure to check the box here, and that's all. You have it here, you just close that. Now you can either go to this arrow over here or just press N and they'll show up. Before continuing, I want to say real quick that I skipped a step. It doesn't really matter, I show you further in the tutorial where I skipped it and how to solve it. You can follow my tutorial as it is, but if you do this now, what I'm going to show you, it is going to be much easier. So just click File, Open, Don't Save, and I'm going to leave you a link in the description of this Lightroom, that it is not made by me. It is made by Toast RBX. So you just click it, open, and there you go, and you'll have this, right? So now you can continue my tutorial. The only thing is that you're going to have this, but in my tutorial at the moment you're not going to see this. Further on you'll see it. You can either do this step now or do it as I did. It's okay. If you do this now, it is going to be a little bit more efficient, but now you decide. Now you go to starter rigs, select rig. Here you can select whatever rig you want. I mean, obviously if your avatar is blocky, you would go for a blocky one, but you can use another one and it'll be the same, but just the texture of the clothing and stuff won't be the same shape, of course. So I'll just click blocky, and then you have this. So this is what I do now. In edit, you need to uncheck this box over here with log object modes. And next up, you gotta go here to this icon over here, and you just, in render engine, you just change EV or IV for cycles. I do change this from CPU to GPU. To be honest, I don't know why. Now here in viewport, I do change the max samples to 2000, and in render I also do it to 2K. I saw this in a video from Rob Builder, I think. Thanks to him, I just noticed. Well, actually someone taught him that, but I'm really grateful for it. Now make sure to click the noise here, and also here. I don't think this one matters because it's just viewport and I think it's just what you see here, but I'll click it. Now make sure to set this to transparent, so it just shows your avatar, and the rest is just invisible. Now go to this icon over here and click the noise in data. That's all. Okay, now you just go and click the head. You go to shading. You can hold the mouse wheel to turn this around, okay? It doesn't really matter, but you can just click again. So here you have this, right? You can zoom in and zoom out with the mouse wheel too. And here in this main texture, you just delete this, you click open, and you go to the folder that you saved when exporting in Roblox Studio. And here should be your avatar's texture. You just open it and there you go. Now if you downloaded the HD faces, you can go here and do the same and just delete this, open, and click the face you want. By the way, if you're not going to change this, just don't delete it, because it will affect the whole texture, and you just Control Z and it goes back, but don't delete it if you're not going to use it. Now if you do want your avatar to be faceless, here you can click face and go to faceless. This has an issue to it. As you see, the texture changed. It isn't a problem, but you just need to change the texture now one by one. You just go to layout to go back to this. You shift F to move around. I think this problem only affects the limbs, so now you click one of them, you go to this icon and you'll have this. Now you just delete this, new, you go to base color, press this yellow button here, select image texture, open, and you just go again to your texture, the whole one. And now do the same with the rest of the parts. Once you have this, now all you gotta do is import the accessories. So you'll go to File, Import, and make sure to select Wavefront OBG. And again, you just go to the folder and where you saved your thing and open. So there should be, so these are my accessories, right? And there are two of them. Make sure to click the one that says that, well, that ends with OBG. If you have more than one accessory, I would recommend clicking geometry and splitting it by group and just import it, but in my case it doesn't really matter. So remember, we spawned it at origin and that's why it is just perfectly in the middle. Now how do you move the limbs and the body and everything? You just need to click one of these parts and you'll go up here, and instead of object mode you just click pose mode. And now if you use the tools over here, you just can rotate it as you want. But if you notice, if you move the head, the accessory is not attached to it. So we're gonna do that. You click the hat and then you press shift, right? And then you click this part over here. No, not here. Here, and you just click it again. And now you make sure you see it is kind of more shiny. Now you press shift P. No, control P, sorry. It's not shift P. Control P. And you just click bone. And now if you move this around, everything goes just fine. Now it's time to do your pose, and you can just play around with how you want it. You can move the legs, you see, the knees, the whole leg, the body. You're on your own now. So I just thought of this chilling pose with your arms on the back of your head. Mine, it is only going to show from half of the body upwards, and that's why I didn't move the legs. This is really simple. You can just make this a whole lot better. Now in your Blender, when you open it up, you already have a camera, and you just go to your numpad and press 0, or just press 0. I think it works too. Oh no, actually it doesn't work. So you can press either you press 0 on your numpad, or you go to view, viewpoint, camera, and that's how you go. Now you can move again with shift F, just like that. You can zoom in a bit, yeah. Let's change the size of the format, and you just click the camera here. You go to this icon, and this is the settings. I'll be doing a square, so 500 by 500. Adjust it just how you like it. I'm gonna turn this. Oh, this is something new. Yeah. So you see, this is here, and you can move it, but it is kind of complicated to move it from there. So instead, you're going to click the object, press object, set origin, and origin to geometry, and you'll have it like that. And now you can move it, and you can still move the head though. Oh, make sure to save your file. Press Ctrl S, and this will pop up. You just go to a folder and save it so you don't lose it, and once in a while you just go Ctrl S and it'll save. Now I'm sorry guys, but I have to leave it here. I'm gonna do a part 2, because otherwise this video will be 25 minutes long, and I don't want that. I really expected it to be much shorter, but that's how it went. And again, I'm really sorry. In a part 2 I'll be showing you how to do the lighting and the editing part, so you guys can see how to do that. If you're willing to become a GFX artist, I recommend you follow these steps again and again on your own, so you just memorize them, because you will be doing this every time you join Blender. Well, apart from the free camera view that is automatically saved, but the rest of the settings or the size of the project, that you will have to do that again and again every time you open a new Blender file. So practice with that. See you in the next part.